Hello and welcome to the August 2024 DSCR Loan Update. My name is Daniel Sperling Horowitz, and today's DSCR loan interest rate is 6.9%. Now, we get the DSCR loan interest rate by adding the 5-year US Treasury, which is 3.7%, to a credit spread, which in many cases right now is 3.2%. So you add those two together and you get 6.9%. Now, let's do a quick DSCR loan instant quote to see what we are able to offer at OfferMarket. So click on DSCR, enter investment experience. Just quickly go through this. We'll say this is a purchase loan. Purchase price is $200,000, $200,000 property, single family, 1 unit, long-term rental, $2,000 market rent, $2,000 annual taxes, $1,000 insurance, no HOA, U.S. citizen. And today's quote for 80% loan to value is 6.62%. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to sign in to my OfferMarket account. And that is going to take me to my loan file. So this is my loans page. I'm going to click on my loan terms, and I'm going to be able to see my very transparent loan terms that I should expect to see on my settlement statement. So what's going on with DSCR loan interest rates and interest rates more broadly? It's a very interesting time right now. So if we zoom in just in the last month, we can see at the start of August, there was major market jitters. Japan had the unwinding of what's called a carry trade, where it forced a lot of selling of Japanese assets. So that stock market went down about 12 to 13%, caused a lot of recession fears here in the United States. And so we saw the 5-year US Treasury just shot down from 4%. It was at a high of about 4.2% the last week of July, down all the way to about close to 3.5% during the day on the 2nd of August. As the market usually does, it overshot on the downside. If you are familiar with the theory of reflexivity, it then shoots back up and then potentially overcorrects as it's getting more data. So now we're getting new inflation reports that are causing the market to think, okay, maybe this was exaggerated and there isn't going to be as deep of a recession. And then all of a sudden, a new wave of producer price index reports and consumer price index reports caused the market to feel more comfortable that inflation is under control, that the Federal Reserve has a reason to start rather aggressively cutting the Fed funds rate. And so we see this whipsaw. Now the 5-year Treasury, which is this very important risk-free basis for DSCR loans, now comes back down to the, let's say, 3.65 range. And then sure enough, market's still not sure what to expect. And we start to see the 5-year Treasury inch closer to back to 4% into that 3.8 range. And now it's, kind of quietly lowering slightly, which is very good for rental property investors. If you're looking for a DSCR loan right now, there's not too much concern about recession, and there's confidence that interest rates will be lower moving forward because of Fed policy. We talked about the two components of a DSCR loan quote. You have the 5-year Treasury, which we've just analyzed in quite a bit of detail. And then you have the credit spread. And so credit spreads are at very close to historic lows. Credit spread is the risk premium that a fixed income investor, an institutional investor that buys DSCR loans currently demands. Now, the credit spread depends on loan to value. It depends on prepayment penalty, borrower credit score, the number of units of the property, a few different important inputs, but credit spreads are very low right now. So if there were to be a major recession concern or an actual recession, we should expect to see credit spreads increase. Now, if credit spreads increase, most likely we'll start to see the 5-year Treasury go down, but that could result net in not very much of a reduction in the DSCR loan interest rate. In other words, what I'm trying to say is I think that the DSCR loan interest rate currently is extremely attractive. I think that there's a lot that's already priced into this interest rate, and our clients are benefiting right now that are in the process of locking their rates and closing. So that's today's and this month's DSCR loan update. I was going to show you just briefly some headlines here where we have, cooling inflation on the CPI. We can see that inflation expectations are coming down. We have cooling producer price index overall more recently. So overall, we do think that the Fed will start their rate cutting policy next month at their September 17th to 18th meeting. As always, you can get instant loan quotes from OfferMarket, as you just saw at the beginning of this video. You can process entirely online. You can access off-market deals on our marketplace. And we wish you all the best as you complete your summer and head back to school. Thanks so much. Have a great day.